Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. So I was asked to speak on familiarity. I can speak on that. But let me say this, kings and queens. Let me say this first. People want you to be real until you get real and say something they don't like. I'm telling you, you're going to run into that. I run into this all the time. Get big ups, all this and that. And then the minute you say something they don't like, all of a sudden, your realness, quote unquote, is questioned or is the topic at hand. But let's speak on this familiarity. We tend to revisit old feelings for the same reason we read books. Here y'all go. Here y'all finna go. What you talking about, man? What you talking about now? Come on, let's think on it, y'all. Think with me now. It's all about using this up here. We revisit old feelings for the same reason we read books. I think because of comfort in words and familiarity, and even knowing that we know the ending, we still want to read it. That's familiarity. That's comfort. And a lot of us keep revisiting old situations and old relationships knowing what the outcome gonna be. Why do we do that? Because of familiarity. We have a tendency to become sort of, I guess I want to say, attached. Yeah, that's a good word. We become attached to what's familiar, we'll be knowing that this ain't right and this ain't good for us, and that it just keep leading to turmoil. But we become attached to what's familiar, and sometimes we'll hold on to things that are safe and predictable, even if they are bad for us. That's familiarity. But we know it's not good for us, but we keep holding on and we keep hoping and wishing, but we know that's not going to turn out in our favor. But we stay there in that situation because it's familiar to us. And familiarity can be a bad thing sometimes. It can be a bad thing a lot of times. Not all the time. It don't have to be. I'm just pointing out how, familiarity can turn out bad. Now, I guess I'm speaking that way because I was asked about it, and I'm giving my insight on it. And we shouldn't just settle for what's nice or pleasant because it's familiar. We have to, I believe that we should keep looking until we find something that truly, really moves us, that resonates to our core. That's going outside. That's familiarity, but that's going outside of the norm. So now you're looking for something that's going to move you to your very core. And I think we should do that with pertaining to interests, hobbies, clothes, music, possessions, whatever it is. We should not just settle for nice. We should go just for something that moves us to our very core. We should try and curate every aspect of our life as much as we can. And if the thing deeply inspires us, if something deeply inspires us, we should try to grab that, and then that is where your core is. That's what you want right there. And that's about basically what I can go on as far as familiarity goes. So, what should we do? Attack whatever it is outside of familiarity, like our life depends on it, like you attack your goals, and I believe we'll be fine. That's my thoughts on familiarity. You got any questions, complaints, or suggestions? Hit me at FitedSnapbackThought70. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You can't reach me there. Type in davidmerrijr.com, and I'll get back with y'all at my earliest convenience. Blessings to you all.